Greetings, salutations, good day, and how you guys and gals, and welcome once again to the debut season of PhaseCar, Phase Connect's brand spanking new racing series of their very own. This morning we're going to have rounds 4, 5, and 6 here. We're going to be racing at Portland, Cleveland, and Mont-Tremblant. So look at the points standings as they are after a nice, very early first 3 rounds. Currently, it's Kokoromo Memory of Kaleido leading the championship with 85 points, 9 ahead of Pippa with 76 points, and third is Remy with 68. Fourth, Utatani Nasa 64, Kamachi Penko 5th, 61, and all 27 members, you can see right there. Everyone racing in each of the 15 rounds. No bumping out, no re-rolling. Just everyone struggling to get used to their Panozes. Alright. Let's go ahead and load the game screen. Alright, got a lot of things to worry about today, so I'm going to get to these 3 races done quickly if possible. First up, we're going to be racing at Portland International Raceway, 1.967 miles, 3.166 kilometers, 12 turns. And the usual settings. We're going to try 100% damage multiplier this time, as you can see here, and the rest of the stuff is all good. So let's load and get through the track preview as I take a sip of my coffee. Yeah, it's hard to try to transition to a morning stream 1 hour earlier than usual, immediately after a nighttime stream. Yeah, just and then I got errands to worry about as I fast forward quickly, and then we're gonna have a look at this very interesting, quite popular road course with Graham Pico. It goes clockwise. Really, really long straightaway to begin with. Eventually you'll get out. A long sprint from the start will soon lead to this ridiculous opening chicane where no doubt you may see some crazy things happening. I've seen a lot of real-life races in which cars are bunched up trying to get around this chicane, and then onto these next couple turns. 4, 4A, and 5. And then turn 6. The lanes are quite narrow on this track. And then 7, 8, and 9. This is one of the faster sections in the track. Mind the wall on the right side. 10, 11, and 12. And you're home free. Okie dokie, let's set the grid as I accidentally pressed the escape button again. Damn you, muscle memory. Best of luck to whoever wins. Yeah, let's see who will take pole first, and then we'll see who will win. Grid me. Ooh, the points leader memory will start off 27th. That's just nuts right there. But the pole position will go to Clara, who's bottom of the points standings. So we have the points leader starting back of the grid, And the current points bottom dwellers start in pole for this race. Mumu will start off second. Sheena and Iori will make up row 2. And we have Loki and Uruka. Saya, Irie, and Pippa. Jelly, Rooney, and Leah. Yasuhina Penko. Lumi, Remy, and Tenma. Pico, Ember, Dizzy. Yumichu and Amy. And finally, Arena, Rie, and Memory. Remember, only the top 20 drivers in the race will score points. Besides the bonus point you get for pole position, you'll still get the bonus point even if you finish outside the top 20. And, yeah, 50 points for a win, 40 for second, 35 for third, 1 point for 20th, and Zippo for 21st and below. Okay, then. Portland International Raceway, which just hosted a Formula E event like a week or two ago. This time it's going to host a Phase Connect Racing. Let's see what happens. Alright, here we go. Clara at pole. Who's going to take this from the get-go? Here come the 4 red lights. Off to go. Round 4 underway here at Portland International Raceway. Oh, this is going to be a crazy first attempt to go around this chicane. Already a bunch of cars going wide. Good job, everyone. Good showing. Perfect start. Just what we need to see. Well done. Applause in the chat, everyone. Perfect starts. So yeah, ISAU is a goner. So you true there's Pippa with no rear wing. And here is Sheena with a rather aerodynamic car. Well, everyone has the same car, so. Saya Cyrox is second and Clara third. So no doubt a bunch of cars, a bunch of drivers will go into pit lane, but here comes Sheena to take the lead after this first lap. 21-minute timed races. Most laps, and in the fastest time will get the win. As the first bunch of cars will go around. Sheena, Saya, Clara. Top 3. As Sheena touches grass. I mean, come on now. And intentionally letting Saya get closer. Oh no, Leah's in pit lane. Ichu, Iori, Rie, Mumuyu, Pippa, Remy, Memory, Dizzy, Amy, and the others. What kind of strange image am I seeing of Memory on the BTRP thread? Jeez Louise. So yeah, a lap can be done in like around a minute. Roughly a minute. Jelly 5th, Irie 4th. And 16 cars are on the lead lap. Already lost one driver in ISCU in the first chicane. Crikey indeed. Tina's still leading. I'm gonna try a different camera angle. Different couple camera angles. More cars coming around. Check on the points leader as she is one down on 23rd. Yikes. Pippa 20th. Seems like she wants to go for the previous race winner's curse if she's one below that spot. Don't worry if you're late. Welcome along. Welcome along. Nice to see the regulars here. Yeah. Glad to see you guys all again. Welcome again. As we see Amy tumble along and Michu crash out. Oh dear, oh dear. Michu is a goner. And too late for the replay.
Oh no!
Amy is without front or rear wings. Going wide, touching grass. Well, Michu is another out. Tenma, no rear wing. That's certainly gonna put her in the pit zone. As Rooney screws things up again. Man, Leah just took a stop at pit lane and then she's gonna go back into pit lane again after this lap. Whatever happened to trusting the plan? Eleven drivers on the lead lap. Rooney still has an intact car, luckily. 15 minutes to go here as the points leader crashes out. Unbelievable. So no score this time for memory. You just hate to see that. No changes whatsoever to the top 5. 10 cars in the lead lap. Even on a road course with fewer walls, we're already seeing a bit of mayhem here. Well, Pippa has fucked up. So... Same area as where Memory fucked up. No rear wing for Lumi. And we also have a DNF for Amy. Lumi's car seems rather bent up. As Saya goes ahead, takes the lead. Sheena getting tangled up with the lapped car of Lumi. The Euphoria driver firing up into the lead. Last night, there was a strange incident where she decided to take a dip in the ocean at Long Beach instead of bothering to race. And here she is this time, up in front, here in the great northwest city of Portland, Oregon. So they've fixed the Ben's bumps and bruises and other stuff on Lumi's car. 5 cars already out of it. Oh. Be very careful there. There's Jelly's car. Right there. Clara down to 4th as Irie improves to 3. A tangle of lapped cars and lead cars. Irie trying to go after Sheena. Clara a bit of a distance. Here comes Irie. Oh man, goes wide! Loses control, hoping to improve to 2nd, instead drops to 8th. And worse, as she goes into pit lane along with Ember. Several cars going into pit lane. Sheena back to 3rd, but battling for a lead spot. These 3 are very close together. Clara takes the lead, actually. Boy, everything happening very quickly in the last few turns before start finish. My, how the turntables. Coming down to 10 minutes here in Portland. Penko inexplicably touches grass. And here come the drivers trying to go around. Oh, Brand Pico, watch out there. There's some drivers in the lead lap. Don't ruin things for everyone. Pika and Arihina voided out of the race. So yeah, it's a 4th consecutive race with lots of mayhem to start off the PhaseCar racing. Because there's no such thing as a normal race, apparently. Iori dropping to pit lane. Everyone having to take a stop at pit lane. No rear wing for Jelly. As you know, no matter which open wheel car you have, if you lack a rear wing, and you're going to have to take a while in pit lane. Clara, Saya, and Sheena. So we're down to just 6 cars in the lead lap. Even on a road course, we have very few cars in the lead lap, and yeah. And inexplicably, a driver in Hina dropping into the void. Welcome to PhaseCar, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm hoping to catch up to Polera. Benko, just in 4th. Everyone try to go around this chicane. Let's see what happens here. Very clean. That's good. We're 2/3 of the way through this round. Are we just now getting out the pit lane? Sai getting even closer now to Clara. Clara stuck behind Rie's car. Down to 6 minutes. The top 3 all very close to each other. Could take one mistake by someone further ahead to potentially screw things up for everyone. Conga Line Racing. Drivers waiting for an opportunity to break out of the racing line, perhaps try and improve a spot. Down to 5 minutes here in Portland. Another clean pass through the chicane. They'll try to keep an eye on these 3 in case something happens. Most everyone's starting to get used to this track already, with less than 4 minutes to go. Whoa, careful, Dizzy! Dizzy, careful. Sheena! Vying for the lead. Clara a bit distracted. Amanogawa Sheena jumps to the front. Sheena hoping to perhaps go around Dizzy to have more breathing room. But nothing to be done as Clara collides with Dizzy. Oh no! Clara doesn't know where she is. Oh man! Dizzy screwing things up with Clara, dropping her into pit lane. Saya improves to second. Hamachi Penko's now third. Jeez. Dizzy transferring the Dizzy persona to Clara. Was vying for the lead, but life just had to get in the way of things. Huge development this late into the race. With 2 minutes to go, Sheena has the lead of almost 3 seconds. Rooney's fourth, hoping to get another podium as a car goes wide. Careful there. Couple cars go wide. No! Don't collect Rooney! Come on. Sheena tried to speed away here. Don't know if this will be the final lap or not. If Sheena goes fast, we may have to do one more lap. So Rooney drops to pit lane. Typical. Uh-oh, Rie and Leah! Saya's collected! Saya is out of the race! Unlucky for Saya! Leah also hurts. Oh, man. Leah also a goner. Oh, dear. Here comes Amanogawa Sheena. White flag is up. 1 to go as time expires here. Sheena, basically the only one on the lead lap now. Doesn't look like anyone will be able to stop her. I've had to get in the way. Story of my life. Yeah, just... It sometimes things happen, and yeah. And here we see things happen. On to the finish line goes Amanogawa Sheena. She's gonna take the victory here in Portland. Here comes Penko. Gonna be P2 for her. And Jelly takes the last podium spot. Sheena, Penko, and Jelly, your top 3. And Rooney, stuck where she is. Looks like she's gonna finish 7th. as most everyone else is done. I'm just gonna speed up the time and call it. Okay, so that was another round that took place. And previous race winner's curse for Pippa. So, yeah. So that's already so 3 times in a row, the driver who won a race ended up not scoring the next race. Unfortunately, Leah just misses out on scoring. And that's all 27 drivers in. Always gotta be the good ones that couldn't even score. And bonus point for Clara, if anything. I mean, she finished 5th. Not bad. Not bad. So yeah, we have a new points leader with her 2 second-place finishes. Penko now takes over in the points lead, 101 points. Memory remains at 85, and Pippa remains at 76. Rooney's 4th with 72, and Remy 70. Holding a tiebreaker with her second-place finish over NASA, who's also at 70, but who has yet to obtain a podium. All right. Alright, we're going to take a break for a moment, and then we are going to head over to Cleveland for a very fun airport race at Burke Lakefront Airport. Stick around here. This is PhaseCar. All right. Sip of coffee, and I'm gonna get back in. So yeah, 4 rounds through, and yeah, and already a bit of scuffage is trying to get used to this new car mod. Trying to see what provides the most ideal racing. And we've always seen 4 crazy rounds, and even on a road course like Cleveland, we only had just a 1 car in Amano Gawashina lap the entire field. Cleveland next. There's 2 different versions. I don't even know what the difference is. I usually use the FPS version of that track because I don't know. Even though FPS may also stand in a different setting for first-person shooter, and you know how I feel about streams of first-person shooter games if you know me very well. I'm already motion sick just thinking about it. The shaky camera movement and stuff. Yeah, just load. Burke Lakefront Airport, Cleveland, Ohio. 2.106 miles, 10 turns, extremely wide racing lines. Grandstands were built in such a way that you can see the entire circuit. Was a fan favorite back in the old heyday of Champ Car, Kart, and IndyCar, real life IndyCar. After a long sprint to the start, you go around this turn, very tight turn. Again, the opening turn where chaos may take place. Yeah, the big runways ripe for potential overtakes and stuff. Lots of quite a few 90-degree turns, left and right and left and right. And look at that, another 90-degree turn. Careful about going too wide because there's a wall in the way. Yes, yes. Even this track has to have a wall. Mind the traffic cones, mind the VLC logos as you go around, and then come into the finish where the start-finish line isn't apparent. It's only marked by 2 traffic cones. Grid me. Well, from a failure to score from the start of 27th, crashing out early at Portland to, well, pole for this race. Memory making her presence felt, starting alongside Clara in the front row. Amber and Daruka, row 2. Hina and Michu, row 3. Then we have Saya, Jelly, and Pico. Irie, Penko, and Leah. Arena, Ria, and Loki. Iori, Lumi, and Pippa. Tenma, Yu, and Rooney. Nasaremi and Mumuyu. Dizzy, Sheena, and Amy. Sheena starting way down there. Does she want to get previous race winner's curse too? We're set to go. Burke Lakefront Airport. Who's going to take it here? I'm seeing crazy images here. Round 5. We are set to go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Here we go. Everyone gridded up, all 27 cars here. Red lights flashing, soon they'll turn green. Who will take it? Round 5 in Cleveland is a go! Here comes chaos in this first turn. As one car spins around, multiple cars going wide. Yep, chaos early on. Cars going wide, and yeah. So expect some cars to go into pit lane. Dizzy crashes out. Jelly tumbles. The base invaders are not doing so hot early on. Amy, no rear wing. Ram doesn't even know where she is. Rie crashes out. So that's already multiple casualties. Clara, Memory, and Uruka. Your top 3. Top 2 positions being held by Kaleido members. As multiple cars, of course, having to go into pit lane after this opening lap. Yow. Kenma with no rear wing. Mumuyu, intact car seemingly. Several cars in pit lane. Leah 5th. Hoping to have a better performance here than in previous rounds. Michu 4th. Going around here. Clara, fresh off her decent result in I don't know what round. Arena, come on, let the others race. Don't screw things up for everyone. Aaliyah has dropped a couple spots, wants to get back up. But dealing with cars in the way. Hadma taking a long time in pit lane. As we see how most everyone is doing, and a few traffic codes have already been flattened. Roughly 1 second lead for Kaminari Clara over Kokoromo Memory as someone's rear wing is popped off. everyone going around this fun airport track that we've already raced on a few times in other series. Formula Hollow, IndyCar, Purple Car. And here we are racing in PhaseCar. Very fun track to race at. If you don't mind the opening bloodbath in the first turn. Cars shuffling positions as they're getting out of pit lane and back onto the track. Denma and Pico 2 down, and 13 cars are on the lead lap. .2 second lead for Caminari Clara. Now the dismal start to the season last night with 1 point in 3 races. Much better showing, finishing 5th from pole at Portland in the previous round. And here she is leading here with 15.5 minutes to go. Already 2 cars out of the way, but we seem to be having sort of a cleaner race this time around. Notwithstanding that multiple cars are at least 1 lap down. Roughly half the field is still on the lead lap for the time being. Big clearance ahead for Clara. Maria still a bit of a distance behind Clara. To see how the others are doing here. And of course, Leah hoping to play things safe here, already having tough showings in the first 4 rounds. Hoping to get a good points score this time around. Drivers waiting for opportunities to go ahead of the other. Exactly 1 second separating Clara and Memory, the line. Going into this lap 8, which will soon be, which will soon go into lap 9. Still looking pretty darn good. As Memory hopes to get closer. Fujikura Iruka still in it. And Michu and Ember. Leah never does well in races. She has won a few races in Corporal Car, actually. It's just that she's struggling to get used to this new race car. These are completely different cars from what were and are still being used in Corporal Car. In Corporal Car, the drivers race on Lolas, which are the same cars used in the real-life Champ Car up to 2006. PhaseCar, they're using these Panozes, which were used in the final full season in 2007, and in the farewell race at Long Beach in 2008, which occurred the day after Danica Patrick won her only Danica Patrick took her only race win in IndyCar, her first and only race win in Motegi. So yeah, history in back-to-back days. Danica Patrick winning in Japan, and then the next day, Champ Car having its final race. Everyone's, yeah, nothing changing here in the standings. 13 cars still in the lead lap. Memory trying to get closer and closer now. 0.695. Hoping to make a move, as will soon be official in 10 seconds. Oh yeah, Chrono also revamping the liveries for next year's Hollow Stars Racing Series to Stars Touring Car Championship. The first championship was won by Josuiji Shinri of, I believe, Tempest Vanguard. Or is it Armis? I'll have to look that up. I'm inclined to believe that Shinri is in Tempest. Yes! The second Tempest gen. So congrats to Shinri and being a world champion in Hollow Stars Racing. And Sakura Miko for winning the World Championship in Formula Hollow Racing. Shinri is indeed Tempest Vanguard, yep. Ember has improved to 4th at the expense of Michiru. Memory seems to have lost a bit of ground. So yeah, this is turning out to be a rather clean race, but not without a bit of mayhem in the opening lap that saw Dizzy and Rie retire early from the round with accidents. Clara, Memory, Iruka, Gasp, Shock, Ah. Still top 3. Well, Leah has regressed a bit to 8th. Still well enough to perhaps grab a handful of points if she remains fine for the last 7.5 minutes. Trust the plan. Trust the plan. Anything can still happen. And it can be in your favor if the circumstances are right. Still clean racing all throughout. So yeah, if this is how PhaseCar is raced in Cleveland, how PhaseCar races there, I'm curious to see how it is at Mont-Tremblant for round 6. Trust level at an all-time low. How? Leah's okay. Just try to stay safe here as Rooney makes the jump to 9th in turn 1. And Clara is still way too far ahead of Memory. Iruka trying to get closer to Memory. These two right here hoping to preserve a 1-2 finish for Palido. Laps roughly 57-58 seconds long. Coming down to 5 minutes here at Burke Lakefront. Yeah, trying to improve a spot against Penko. Has the plan been trusted? Will it be trusted? Another loose car part somewhere. I mean, I don't know. Trust a plan? Maybe on turn 1? 4 minutes to go. As eventually we have a shakeup in the whatever as Sheena drops to pit lane. Hoping she doesn't drop into previous race winner's curse territory. Alas, she's going to be lapped. Surprise, surprise! Top 3, Clara, Memory, Iruka. And here comes Sheena dropping in the standings already. Well, 18th could have been worse, but she's hoping to avoid previous race winner's curse from that deep. Clara has been leading throughout the entire race from the get-go. These two Kaleido members have been 1-2 from the start. It's just that R-Factor doesn't want to even bother with having the pole sitter take the ultimate victory in the race. After this lap, I think we'll be down to 2 laps. That's 20 done. So I think we're gonna finish on 22. With Clara, unsurprisingly, still in the lead. Alright, kidding me? Rooney down into pit lane. Leah still 8th. As Clara goes around. White flag will now be waved for Clara. Still maintaining a pretty decent lead here. Let's hold on to a 1.9 something lead. Does it look like Memory will be able to catch up to Clara? So Clara had a dismal start last night to PhaseCar, but she's been getting much better results here this morning. Very nice 5th place finish at Portland, and now here she is coming home to take victory here in round 5. Commentary Clara wins at Cleveland. Memory takes 2nd for another podium finish, and Fujikura Uruka takes 3rd. Clara, Memory, Uruka. Rest of the field coming home. Leah does manage to finish 8th, where she was the whole entire time. Just according to Keikaku, as we see another Ahegao image. Oh, for fuck's sake, another previous race winner's curse! I swear to God. We'll have to wait for these two to finish. This is done, and Pippa is done. Oh yeah, Clara confirmed Japanese again. Let's add in the points. one job, just to get on the board, the race after winning the previous round. One job, just one job. Couldn't even hold on to it. Memory regains the points lead, 126, 7 ahead of Komachipenko, 119, and Saya is a distant third. Goodness, 79. So, Memory and Penko are the two drivers to look out for. Look at that. Memory and Penko are both separated by 7 points, while Saya is 40 behind Penko. New bottom dweller is Rie after that's a failed attempt to launch in the first lap. Okay. All right, one more break, and then we are going to head up north to Montreal. Well, a bunch of miles north of Montreal, actually, to Mont-Tremblant for the first international race of the series, round 6. Don't go anywhere. See you in a couple minutes. Alright, sorry to keep you waiting, everyone. Let's go for last round for today, round 6 at Circuit Mont-Tremblant. I'm going to be racing without the chicane. There's a chicane version and there's one without. We're going to be using the one without because that's the same layout as used in Champ Car in 07. A very nice, fine racetrack. Um, 2.621 miles, 17 turns, 4.218 kilometer. Just need to search the wiki page for anything significant. All right. Let's see. Much interesting here. Anyway, it's located approximately 130 kilometers or 81 miles north of Montreal in the city of Mont-Tremblant. Second oldest existing racetrack in Canada, originally known as Circuit Mont-Tremblant Saint-Jovite, until it was renamed simply to Circuit Mont-Tremblant. But before I ramble any more, we're just gonna have to load. Ah, yes. The first international round of the championship. Mont-Tremblant. Set in the shadow of the Mont-Tremblant ski hill. How will these Phase Connect drivers handle this different change of scenery? We're going to be finding out shortly as we say hello to the very cute Rooney Roos. Hi, hi! Okie dokie, so you first got around here. And around to turns 3, 4, and 5. Into turn 6. There would be a chicane here, but we're just bypassing that section. Turn 7 now. We're into the south loop of the track. The other section is the north loop for some reason. This is the south loop. Turn 8. You just go around. Here you go into the fastest section of the track. By the way, we couldn't use this track for Vtuber IndyCar because the rolling start sequence is bugged here. But we are fine to use this for Purple Car and PhaseCar. Anyway, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and the rest of the way, and then 14, and 15, and that's the lap at Mont-Tremblant. I pressed the escape button again. This isn't a settle course, so this is our factor 1. I just need to click on the screen to show up this menu. That's the simple thing to do. Grid me. Ah, geez, a 20th start for Rooney. 22nd for Leah. Are you kidding me, man? Pippa will start off at pole. And Clara, another start of second. Now, can this time she avoid the previous race winner's curse? Already had 4 such instances to begin with. Can this round break the streak for Clara? Lucky and Penko, row 2. Michelu and Jelly, row 3. Then we have Muyu Irie Nessa. Rie, Tenma, and Dizzy. Iori, Ember, and Memory. Saya, Pico, and Uruka. Lumi, Rooney, and Hina. Leah, Arena, and Remy. And finally, you, Amy, and Sheena. Okay. Everyone is set to go. I'm now for the first international race of PhaseCar racing. Up in Canada, around 80 plus miles north of Montreal. Who will take it? Let's find out right now. Pippa at pole, starting alongside Clara. Here come the red lights, and soon they'll turn green. And they do turn green. Round 6 is underway here at Mont-Tremblant. Road racing on the natural terrain of this fine Quebecois city. Already had a few rounds of mayhem. Can't we have a normal race this time? Everyone's slowly making their way around, getting used to the terrain. Jelly going wide, come on. Surely we don't want to have more chaos again, now do we? Very good start by Pip and Pippa. Followed by Clara and Panko. Panko, one of the front runners in the points standings. How about Memory? Way down there in 19th. Remy! I don't know what happened there. But she's struggling to catch up with the rest of the field as Sheena loses her front wing. Oh, it's one of those rounds. Might be a second consecutive round of failure after her race win. Get back in. Thank you. This first lap, it's Pippa, Clara, and Penko. As a whole bunch of cars are into completing their first lap, and Amy and Sheena are going through. Amy is in pit lane, and Sheena is staying out, strangely enough. As we scroll down, let's try to have a clean race this time around. After a whole mess of mayhem that took place in the previous rounds. Drivers seem relieved to be racing on a proper road course for once, where walls are much less of an issue. I mean, there are barriers, but that's after a bit of grassy runoff. Well, a bit of bad news, lads. Leah is currently outside of the points. Just trying to fight for position, but yeah, everyone is want to get into this conga line. Both Pippa and Clara are vying for the second win of the championship, with Clara hoping for back-to-back wins. Penko hoping to regain the 3 points lead. Oh no! That is a bad move by Penko. Losing her front wing like that. That was a bit of an AI hiccup right there. Move 4, Gel 5. Milk jelly sounds like an interesting dessert. Don't you sometimes see that desserts in like Chinese buffets? Milk jelly? I know you have regular gelatin, along with soft serve ice cream. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. Penko staying out, remaining in third, but barely ahead of Muyu. Trying to make the jump ahead, and does. Pippa well ahead of herself. Whoa, Jelly speeding along here. Penko dropping to 5th, Jelly improving to 4th. Gap between 2nd and 3rd is almost 7 seconds, roughly 7 seconds, 7 to 8 seconds. Pippa leading by almost 3 seconds ahead of Kaminari Clara. Pippa having a very nice start to this race. Heading into lap 5. Jelly on the move. Bypassing the lapped car of Amano Gawashina. Only one driver lapped. That is indeed Sheena. The rest are on the late lap, so already a cleaner race this time around. Oh, unfortunately, Penko having to drop down to 22nd into pit lane. Also, I thought I saw a car hurt. I don't see a car hurt, so we're just sticking around SDR. And Pippa is suddenly starting to reach traffic. Opportunity for Clara to perhaps get closer to the race leader. Busy trying to have a better showing after that shit show in the opening lap of Cleveland. As Tenma goes stuck, loses both wings. Already a couple cars having issues in that one turn. I want to say that's lap 10. We're seeing a bit of debris involving several cars. Trying to get into pit lane. Leah! Oh man. Whatever happened to trusting the plan? jelly briefly touching grass on that turn 8. Pippa now interweaving with these lapped cars. Claire herself wanting to join in on the action as to deal with these cars in the way. Should she want to chase after Pipkin and Pippa? Meanwhile, Mumu is a distant third. Trust quickly dropping like a lead weight as she has to stop to restore her front and rear wings. Yeah, coming down to 11 minutes soon. Pipkin and Pippa still dealing with cars in the way. Careful there around those turns. Oversteer can sometimes be the ultimate downfall of what would otherwise be an excellent racer. Well, you're still a little under 7 seconds behind Clara. Oh, man. Mornings are hard to get used to sometimes. Especially if you're tucking in late in bed the night before. And then I gotta have another earlier than usual stream tomorrow morning for rounds 7 through 9. All 27 drivers are still in it. Through 8. Muyu has regressed somehow. Now roughly 10 seconds behind Clara. As Pippa tries to keep steady on these natural terrain twists and turns of this very fine second oldest race course in Canada. We have a few tracks in Canada to visit. The next couple rounds are also going to be in Canada. Round 7 will be in Toronto. Unknowingly, it's a straight race. Round 8 is in Edmonton. An airport race, that's right. We have more than one airport race to deal with. That's coming up tomorrow. Clara waiting for an opportunity to pass Amy and Irie. Whoa, careful there. Tina is without her rear wing. Jeez Louise, Irie and Amy back, well, side to side. Clara couldn't get past Irie. There's another car has to go into pit lane. Whoa! Bit dangerous there for both Clara and Irie. Luckily, Clara is still fine. To quickly catch up to that lapped Amy Isami car. Almost Clara's now farther away from Pippa. Clara's farther away from Pippa. Just need to make sure I said that sentence correctly. Ryu still remains third. Gasp. Shock. Awe. Izzy and Jelly fourth and fifth. Now, why can't Ember do as well as the other Phase Invaders members? Even Lumi's currently in the points. And Sheena having to drop into pit lane again. Up. Oh, a stranded car. Saya has crashed out, it looks like, and that looks like the end of Saya's race. So it looks like the first casualty of this round is Saya. Busted Engine. Dizzy is out as well. Another DNF for Dizzy by accident. And just not too long ago, I was worried about Ember not doing as well as the others. And yet, already a couple bloopers, and yet it still doesn't seem to affect the standing for the race lead. Pippa's still a little over 4 seconds ahead of Clara. Rie struggling. Any more cars retired? That's probably all I can see right now. Time ticking away. Pippa hoping to get a win from pole Clara. Well, if she couldn't catch up with Pippa, she may be vying for previous race winners' curse avoidance. I'd like to see what happens here. Leah 1 down to 19th. Some drivers find it hard to get used to racing on these new cars. Others are adapting to them quickly. Case in point, Pippa, who's on the verge of getting a second win this series already. And Clara really wanted to get past Amy, but couldn't find a good reason to do so. Last 2 minutes here. So this should be the penultimate lap of this round. Pippa still too far ahead. Railhort. Railhort. And down to the last minute of this race. We're gonna have another couple more Canada races tomorrow morning. Toronto and Edmonton, followed by round 9 in San Jose, California, which is, annoyingly enough, yet another street race. White flag is waved for Pipkin Pippa, who has herself an over 5-second lead as we lose Remy, busted engine. Yeah, but Pipkin Pippa couldn't be stopped. Basically led for the entire race from pole. Having Ann Series right there actually hasn't scored a point since her win in Houston, and she's soon gonna break her scoreless streak with another win in just a few more turns. And Clara might as well avoid the previous race winner's curse with a nice second place finish. But here comes Pippa around the last turn, the last couple turns. It's a second race win in this first PhaseCar season for Pipkin Pippa. She takes the W here at Mont-Tremblant. And Clara, by finishing second, becomes the first driver to avoid the previous race winner's curse in PhaseCar. And third will go to Moo Moo Yu. Another podium for Moo Moo Yu? Yeah, another podium. A win and now a third for the Phase Euphoria member. So that's your top three. Pippa, Clara, Moo Yu. Bunny Girl Supremacy. You are exactly right. Well, Leah ends up mid. Panko will have a decent finish. Memory has a slightly better finish. Panko's done, and Loki is also done, and we are done here. As we're gonna lock in the points and wrap up for today. I got somewhere to be. I'm gonna quickly put in the points. Nice money car supremacy there. Second win of the championship for Pipkin Pippa. 51 points. That's the first driver to win from pole in a PhaseCar race. So, GG to Pippa. Much cleaner showing this time around, even though not many drivers finished on the lead lap. I don't expect much of the same cleanliness in racing for Toronto, though. Yipe. Amber, once again, fails to score. Alright, that's all 27. And we're going to wrap up here. So 51 for Pippa. That's going to put her up to third in the championship standings. And we have an interesting situation here. The points have gone much closer now. We now have 8 drivers within 47 points of each other. Kokoromo Memory leads the championship with 142 points. Penko, 128-14 behind Memory. Pippa, 127, 1 point behind Penko. Clara is 4th, 117, and Mumuyu 5th with 109. And Rie is still bottom dweller. Okay. So we are done here. We're going to wrap up for today. As I got errands to run, need to quickly wrap up here as we showcase the schedule for tomorrow. Once again, straight races. Yikes. Well, technically one is an airport race. That's in Edmonton. Going to Toronto for round 7, street racing. Airport racing at Edmonton for round 8, and then short street racing in San Jose, California for round 9. That's coming up tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, 1 hour earlier than usual. Again, since I don't want to miss the start of the Sunday real-life IndyCar Iowa race. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and we will see you tomorrow for more fun with the middle 3 rounds of PhaseCar's debut season. Take care, everyone, and bye for now. Dag.